Right, here we go. Welcome to week 28, right? What's what's happened? So first of all, I did decide to take this week off, right? From the previous week. I basically spent the week reflecting on what happened, right? Because there was a complete physiological crash. So I needed to kind of understand what, or try to understand what actually caused it, because I was exhausted. There's no getting away from this. Even on Sunday, I do the videos. So I had the breakdown on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I'd done the video for last week. And then even going into like Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. So that's 2 and 3 days after the video. I was still a bit fucked up, to be honest. But yeah, understanding the reason why it happened was that's what I was trying to do. Okay, doing some soul searching, basically questioning myself. Do I really want to be doing this? Yeah, because I was in a very dark place, right? Even questioning my own abilities. Can I do this, right? These are the questions that were just basically running through my mind the early part of this week, right? And it's very important not to be making decisions until you've got all the facts. So this is questioning what happened, yeah, trying to get that understanding. Even going for a ride, even trying to say to myself, like, come on, just go and get on the bike and get out, yeah. But it was not happening. Everything was just too much, yeah, it was it was pretty dark. But anyway, but looking at the facts, right? So the first thing is, last week was week 1, right? Now week 1 is a hard week because you're coming off a recovery week, yeah. So the first thing is I ended the phase. Excuse me. I ended phase 2. Excuse me again. I ended phase 2, which was a very hard phase, yeah, because it wasn't just the increase in distance, but I was adding elevation onto that. Ended phase 2, and then I took a week of recovery. Now the first question: was that week enough? Was I at 100% when I started week 1? That's an unknown. I don't know how to even figure that out. Yeah, I felt good going into the start of the week. Was I at my best? I don't know. So was I already physically, did I owe my body a debt? Yeah, at the start. And then as the week went on, the debt got bigger. This is an unknown, right? So recovery is the first unknown. What I do know is the first week is always the hardest, right? Because it's a switch. It's a big switch to the system. like this week. This week, I've just been waking up whenever I want to, eating, hydrating, but doing what I want to. Now, next week is going to be waking up early, going out and riding all day. Yeah. So there's this the system is in a state at the moment where it thinks happy days, don't really have to spend that much energy. This is great, taking it easy, sleeping and everything. Yeah. And then come Monday, the whole thing changes, right? So there's a bit of a shock. Yeah, I know that. I definitely know this. The first week is always the hardest because you have to get yourself back into that routine, right? The other thing, the other thing was the change in temperature. Okay, there was. I'm sure I said this last week, that there was like a 10-degree increase in temperature for the week. Now that type of increase is really quite big. It's quite a big shock. Suddenly your body has to work harder, because it doesn't matter whether it's a 10-degree drop or a 10-degree increase. Your body has to either keep warmer or cool down faster. Yeah. So there's a huge demand on yourself, to be able to do what you normally do, but at an increased heat. Your body works harder, right? So everything becomes a bit more difficult, right? Now, when your body is working harder, you need more energy. I kind of read, again, I think I said this last week, I kind of read that there's something like a 10 to 15% increase that your body needs when the temperatures reach extremes, right? And my appetite for last week went. So I definitely wasn't eating enough. I know that for a fact. I wasn't eating the minimum, let alone the 10 to 15% increase, right? Once you look at this complete picture, right? So we've got a question over the recovery between phases 2 and 3, right? I know for a fact that week 1 is hard, and also I now know that the temperature increase affected my body in a particular way. So all 3 things, plus the loss of appetite. Yeah. So I'm asking my body to do a lot more, but not giving it the fuel it needs. I'm almost certain that that's the reason why Friday I couldn't do anything, like anything. It was a real fucking hell. It was a real desperate day. But this is the thing. It's like kind of the assumption is it's me. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I can't write. Especially when you link your identity to something so specific. Yeah. Doing this riding, this long distance riding, is adding to who I think I am, right? And when that's kind of taken away, you start questioning yourself straight away. Is this what I want to do? Can I even do this? I don't want to ride. Fuck everything. I'm just gonna sit here and eat ice cream. That's all I'm gonna do. Before making a drastic decision, getting some grounding on yourself, right, and just asking questions. The problem wasn't the distance. I can do the distance. I've done further than that distance, and in fact I've done harder than that distance when I've increased the elevation. So it's not the distance is not the issue. The issue was not planning for the weather, right? It really did just hit me harder than I expected. You think, oh great, it's going to be like nice and warm, like 30 degrees, 30, 33, maybe even 36, I think, one day. It's great weather to be riding a bike. Yes, it is great weather to be riding a bike, but you have to prepare for this. You have to know what you're doing, and this is just, it just shows how unprepared I was, and how inexperienced I was. That's the lessons that I've taken away from this. Aside from looking at my diet, given the conditions that I'm riding in, this is a new angle that I need to take into consideration. All of these things, they are really good lessons to learn. Of course it's fucking difficult. It's a very uncomfortable place to be in when you're questioning yourself. It's not a nice experience, but like I said, keeping myself grounded, asking the questions, why, and not going off assumptions, was the most important thing. So anyway, enough doom and gloom. I'm really itching to get back out there. It's been a long week. Have to give it another go, right? This is what it's about: is learning from difficult situations. Okay, so the rule is, if I fail to complete a day of any week, the phase is then restarted from week one, right? So fortunately this happened in week one, so I just have to do phase 3 week 1 again. That's the rule. This is what I stick by. So tomorrow's Monday, day 1, week 1, phase 3, 180 kilometers each day next week. Keeping an eye on the temperature, the conditions. Although it's like the weather's totally changed like this week. There's even been a bit of rain, so typical English weather. Feeling good, feeling ready to go. That's it. Let's have it, right?